Okay, we're back. It's the D-Pad. I'm Rick. This is Pokémon Insurgence. Welcome to our 170th episode of this series. Like I mentioned last time, tying this with Sonic Frontiers for the fourth most episodes we've ever produced for a series. It's not the most we've done for a game, because we also had 14 episodes with Team John. Before I even started, he played and got his team murked before even reaching the first gym, which certainly put the fear of God in me. Holy cow. But I got past that. I got past the first gym, and then I got past 5 more gyms, and then the 7th gym kicked me directly in the teeth. It's the first gym we've ever failed, as far as I can recall, in any Nuzlocke situation. But with John's 14 episodes attached, we're now up to 184, I believe, episodes of Pokémon Insurgence, which puts it at number 3 overall, puts it just ahead of Breath of the Wild. Another 22 episodes, and it would get past Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, which was also an extremely long game experience on my end. We really had to go nuts to get through that one, but we did. We did successfully get through it. There was a little bit of cheese strats going on, but we did get through it. Oh my God, Power Whip, come on. This is not a good sign. We beat Cynthia 3 times, man. You know what I mean? Did we beat her 3 times? I think we did. I'm trying to remember now if I don't think I died on the 3rd attempt. I think I did get through it. I think I had to rely on some cheese strats, some pretty intense cheese strats, but I'm pretty sure we still got that done. And yeah, so with this being episode 170 for my team, for like my chunk of the padlock, for my Nuzlocke, that means we're also just 13, 14 episodes away from bypassing Breath of the Wild just on my side alone, which is crazy to think about. Granted, Breath of the Wild has 155 hours put into it, whereas this one's got about 60 at this point. The 70 to 80 was just like straight up an incorrect guess on the fly last time, because the save file on this is like in the mid 70s somewhere, and that's just because I had to replay it and I was like checking stuff constantly, so it was actually a slower experience getting it there. I think I also sped up the game or something. I'm trying to remember if that was the case, which like the internal clock also goes way faster when you do that. But yeah, Breath of the Wild, those episodes were routinely between 30 to 60 minutes long, and some got longer, and then we had a lot of streams at the end to get all of the Korok seeds. So the episode count is not always the most indicative there, you know what I mean? Let's see. By now, my run is probably getting close to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, which is a little under 61 hours. If we include John's portion, we're going to be getting into the realm of like Majora's Marathon, which is 66 hours. His run of Pokemon Y, which was 67 hours. And Dragon Quest III HD2D Remake, which at time of recording is just over 67 hours. But there will be one more stream of that before we're done, so that isn't, necessarily anything there. All right, we can get like one more, I think, with Papel to get to 74. Oh, man. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be super duper crazy. I think we're probably going to have Peter around for the next episode that gets recorded of this. Because I think, I mean, it's really going to depend. Whenever we're done grinding is when I'm going to, like, call... Unless it takes, like, half an hour, whenever I'm done grinding is when we're going to at least stop this session. Hopefully, call the episode, but depends how quickly we get through some of this. And then once we're done with that, I'm probably going to take a breather for, the better part of a week and then come back so that I'm going to need an emotional support co-commentator for episode 171, 172, whatever it winds up being. Because at that point, there's probably going to be an episode where we just sit and plan with TMs and stuff, /shop, if we have the money for it, / strategize. Peter knows more about Calreth's team than I do. And that's by design. He's been very good about not spoiling what's going on. He's not going to, feed me info or anything. But yeah, it'll be interesting kind of figuring out the move. Because the good news is, I think it's a mistake to rely on one strategy if you have the opportunity to rely on several strategies as possible options. And that's kind of where we are. So we have Freud as a wall, which is good. We have Mew, who can use New Moon to knock out the rain and use Psychic and Frost Breath to... actually, is that how we're set up right now? Frost Breath, New Moon. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Can do that to first Psychic to... I already did this. First Psychic to knock Dragonite down a little bit, and then use Frost Breath to try to knock it out in one go after that. Unclear if that's gonna work. Yeah, we're gonna switch those for now. And then there's our two grass types, which will be useful at least at the beginning, potentially. We do also have Manectric, who could be useful against Mega Politoed. We do have at least some options. And other than the two grass types, it's a somewhat diverse set of options too. I didn't think we're going to do Moonblast. I didn't think at all about what moves we had here. I didn't check any of this shit. That was a huge mistake. Cool. All right, Benji keeps getting levels. Okay. I guess one thing I can do is do this. Go summary, and now we can take a look at these. Status problems heal. All right, Dragon Pulse, which is stab, so that'll do more than Moonblast. Okay, none of these. Any Pokemon that hears a song faints at 3 turns unless it's switched out of battle. Does that also affect the user? Also... Oh, okay. Well, so, okay, fuck, that's really tempting to use on Dragonite. Problem is, being a Dragon-type Pokemon means if Dragonite has any Dragon-type moves, Altaria just goes down instantly. So that's not great. Oh, faster, huh? All right. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, I guess, but Audino has been pretty quick on the draw so far. Is Healing Wish a priority move? Is Dragon Pulse a priority move? It's interesting. Man. Yeah, we have a handful of options. They're not amazing options. They're okay ones. There's some viable stuff in there. But we also, I mean, we fucking narrowly took down a Kyurem and a Zekrom. Or a Kyurem and a Reshiram. I forget which combination it was. With a fucking scissor at the end of the day. It did turn out to be an illegal scissor, which does make that funny. We didn't realize at the time, and it was such a crazy edge case for why it wasn't like a valid catch that nobody noticed for 9 years. Like, I discovered it while I was catching us back up. That's how off on the side that was as an invalid catch. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, nobody caught this. And it's a bummer. I miss Kevorkian. To the point where if I do lose, I might just bring Kevorkian. I might just use Kevorkian for old time's sake. Oh, man. Stress. But we're doing our best. We're doing our best. We are coming quite down to the line. The real bummer is, if I lose to Calreth again, and I have no money for Audino training, am I going to inflict grinding on, like, regular ass on the road grinding on myself? And am I going to inflict it on you guys? If I do, if it really came to that, I feel like I would probably do it similar to the grinding marathon episode of Brilliant Diamond, which, to be clear, I'm fairly sure I did not record that all in one session. I think that was like 4 sessions in total. But still, I think it'd be somewhere in the ballpark of that, where I just go apeshit on the grinding. We do the best we can. It would take a lot longer. Because we would not have just guaranteed, faint yourself type stuff going on or any of that. So really the question would be, what would be the fastest way to gain money in order to pay for this? You know what I mean? But we'll come to that when we get there. 71, 69. Okay. Alrighty. We're going to be pretty close as far as getting everyone to 74. I think we can do it. I think we can get everybody to 74 and have a tiny bit of cash left over. I'm not 100% on that, but it feels doable. But I guess we'll see how these next couple battles go. We have enough money for 6 battles after this. No, sorry, we'll have enough for 5 battles after this. But I think we're only going to need about 3. Maybe 4. I'm just thinking about Mew. It might be 4. Which is still less than, less than the maximum we can do if it comes to that, you know what I mean? So if this doesn't get Luke Howard to 74, I think I will move the Lucky Egg to Mew, start focusing on Mew, and oh my god, and we'll see how the experience goes from there for everybody. Oh, Luke Howard, you're really not filling me with confidence here. Like, that's a stab move and everything. All right. Oh, painful. Okay, we are going to switch, though, because another battle will send them over 74, like, into 75. So here's what we'll do. Take the lucky egg there. Oop, nope. And we will give it to you. We're going to start this battle with Luke Howard and then switch to Fuji. Right. Cool, cool. Oh man, yeah. So we're only gonna have 64-ish hundred Poke Dollars, which means we only have 4 more potential battles we can do. We won't need them though at this point. It won't be 4. That. Okay, and then we're going to switch over to Mew. And then after this battle, we'll put Fuji in the front of the team. Okay. Let's do Psychic. Also not very inspiring, if I'm going to be real with you. The good news is, actually, I'm being a little bit unfair here, because Audino does take a good hit. Belly Drum Freud, though, was able to one-hit kill level 80 Audinos. Like, that's not nothing, you know what I mean? Like, it's... If I can Belly Drum and not instantly die, then Freud should, unless a ghost comes out, which that would really fucking suck, should be able to one-hit kill Calrath's entire team, assuming he survives their various attacks. If a Poliwrath comes out, we might be in trouble. Okay, up to 71. Cool. So now we're going to switch you two. All right. Cool. Now we just got 2 Pokemon that are 3 levels down, so this won't be too bad. This should take 2, maybe 3 battles. We'll see what we end up with here. All right. Oh, man. I'm curious how you guys are feeling about this series, because, like, one, there's the question of, is this entertaining, right? Like, is the act of trying to confront this game with no foreknowledge at all, getting this far, potentially losing at a critical juncture, is that entertaining? Because maybe it's not, right? And maybe the grinding isn't, etc. How are you guys feeling about the game in general? I think John and I have made our feelings on the game known pretty well at this point in terms of, like, the edge factor and some of the weirder bugs and things, but I'm curious what people feel about Insurgence as a game. I know that I have not been playing optimally by any stretch, but I am curious to know in what ways, if you had been playing essentially with these catches, what you would have done differently. Up to and including just deciding not to Nuzlocke it in general, or after a certain point, or what have you. Because it certainly isn't a very kind game, that's for sure. All right. This might be the last one. It's going to be tight. We might need a second battle, but it's going to be very tight here. I guess it depends. Where's Fuji at? Fuji might... Fuji actually probably will get level 74 in this battle. I don't know about... Was it... was it Benji? What the hell was our Manectric's name? Alright. That actually might be a little tight. We might not get level 74 in this one. If that's the case, that actually makes it a little easier because we can swap their items and throw out Manectric to get more experience on the next one. All right. Dang, yeah, Fuji's not really getting much experience at all here. All right. We get our Psychic. Okay. Oh, man. But yeah, like I've been saying all week, we're not giving up until we're out of options completely. I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet. I do feel battered as hell, but I'm not ready to give it up yet. 73. Right. Let's take that. Whoop. That. I'm just going to do a regular battle here because actually no, you know what? I'll give the lucky egg. I'll give the lucky egg to Benji because oops, shit. Because I don't think we're going to get, like, what, 32-ish thousand experience off of 3 Audinos. So I'm fairly positive that we're not going to... And, like, to be fair, it doesn't matter. If Benji gets to level 75, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just a you know, a soft rule that I added for myself. It's so funny too because it's like doing this functionally solo. Oh boy, we might actually get to well, let's do this, and then we'll see if somebody else is far enough down on 74 to not have it be a big deal. All right, got that. Oh my God, 15K, Jesus! All right. Oh my God, whoa. All right, let's take a look at our dudes. Who has the least experience? Who has the most experience they still need? I guess Fuji and Freud. Let's do it to Freud. Yeah. Because he also doesn't have the lucky egg, so he's got no chance of crossing 17,000 experience points here. All right. Let's watch this one-hit kill just smash it. Nice. Ooh, that actually did get 10K out of that. So that's pretty nice. All right. So with that, our entire team is now level 74. I'm going to heal before I forget. All right. And yeah, We're all leveled up, so now it's time to strategize. Gotten through 170 episodes of this game. We're not done yet. So when we come back next time, we're going to make our plan, and if we make our plan fast enough, we might just go and fight Calreth 2. Because his gym is now fully cleared. There's nobody else in there to fight. So depending on the prep that we do, it might be go time next time. So we'll see you then. Have a good one, and bye.